Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog where I let you guys know in a vlog sort of style what I get up to behind the camera. You guys seem to enjoy it because you like to see how I deal with my anxiety, how I go about with work, and when I see my boyfriend Ben, and yeah, just sort of like life stuff really and what I get up to. So Monday I worked a 2 to 10 shift. That was yesterday. Today's actually Tuesday. So I just want to quickly update you on Monday. So I stayed at Ben's. I left for work around 1:15. I got to work 1:45. I didn't go in. I sat in my car for like 5-10 minutes just getting myself ready. I was putting makeup on and shit. And then I went into the building, and then I went to the Owl Sanctuary for a couple of hours with one of the service users. And I was just quite stressed, to be honest, like, because I was rushing around. If I rush around and I'm under pressure, I'm stressed, because when I get told, like, you gotta be back by this time, I'm just like, okay, so I'm rushing to get back for that time. So then I'm out of breath. So then I'm trying to sort out whatever, and then I'm just like, oh. So I didn't have anything to eat at all that day. I didn't even have a break at all, because I don't smoke or anything, so I don't get a smoking break. There's other people who get to go out for 5 minutes smoking break. I feel like I'm ranting out about smokers, but like, so I just went to my manager. I was like, I just want 5 minutes so I can just sit down and have a drink and stuff to eat. I was like, I just need a 5-minute break. Anyway, so she was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was like, I'm sorry. Anyways, like, so I sat down and had some spaghetti on toast. And then I just wanted to have something really, really quick so that I wasn't like taking the piss, if that makes sense. So I had spaghetti on toast with some squash as a drink, and then I was fine. My sugar levels were fine. So yeah, and that was the shift really. I was so tired though. I'm not even joking, by like 5 PM I started to really, really go downhill drowsiness. And the thing is, like, I couldn't have like any caffeine or anything, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to sleep for my shift today. So I was just like, no, beyond 6, I'm not having any caffeine. So I then went for a little walk around 6 o'clock, and then everyone went home at 8 o'clock apart from me, and I was like the only female at the end of the shift, so I had to, oh dear, yeah, just work. So that's all I can really say on work, because I can't actually really say anything because it's care. So that's all I can literally just say. I went to an Owl Sanctuary and I struggled to have a break, and I was stressed because of it. So that's all I can literally say on it. And then out there I went for a little walk. So yeah, so I helped finish the rest of the shift, and then I was back into work today at 8:04. I literally got home from work and I just pretty much got everything put away and whatever, and then I just crashed to sleep. So then I wake up and I'm like, oh, same shit, different day. And you wouldn't believe it when I say that I actually do enjoy my job, but like, I do. Every day's different, but it's just sort of like, oh, you know, when you just can't be bothered and you're just like, I'd rather be reading. So I only managed to read one chapter yesterday evening. So I am now, I can tell you, I'm now on page 193, chapter 23. I'm buddy reading this book, but considering I'm buddy reading it, I'm actually doing really well, because I didn't think that I would be doing really well, but because I'm buddy reading it, it's pushing me to read it, so that's really good. So today I worked an 8 to 4 shift, but I got back to the care home quite late because there was roadworks at the next village over, which made the bus late, and I was due to finish at 4 o'clock, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I got back to work and I was just like, oh, I'm so tired, but I need to do this job for work the next day so that it will run smooth for them. So I'm doing it, and then my manager's like, you might as well stay to 5 because you're already here, you'll get paid for the hour. And I'm just like, oh, that's another half hour. And I was like, okay, fine. So I just like sat down for like another half hour, and I was just like, I just did my thing on the computer, and then I left at like, in the end I left like 5:05, and I rang my nan and I was like, are you home? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh cool, because I need to go pick up my food. So I went over to my nan's. Oh yeah, today I went to like Salisbury Market, and they have this dog stall there, and like where they sell like animal snacks and that, and I was like, oh, I'll get Willow and Lola a chewy each. So I was like looking for more, and in the end I got these. They were selling these rabbit's ears, and I'm sorry if you're like, you know, one of those, like a really animal loving person where you're just like, oh my god, like literally like a bit like pig's ears, because they do pig's ears, they do sausages and whatever. They actually had rabbit's ears, and like it did make me feel a bit like, oh my god, like how on earth did they get these rabbit's ears? Like I hope it's from rabbits that were like died of natural causes or something, because I'm just like, please say that they didn't get killed for just those ears. I don't know, that's, oh yeah, I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, they had these rabbit's ears, and they were like, yeah, for like Easter for dogs, and I was just like, oh my god. Anyway, so I got these rabbit's ears. There was like 2 of them. They're quite long, so 2 for £1 they were anyway. So I thought, well, it's perfect. I was like, I have no idea what Willow's going to think of it, because Willow's only a little dog. Anyway, so I brought it around to my nan's, and Willow didn't know what to think about it because it's new for her. So she like sniffed it, and then she was like, unsure. And I was like, So I just said to my nan, I was like, please tell me if she likes it or doesn't like it. Anyway, so I come home to my flat, and I get pictures of my nan going, she's eating it, it's all gone. I was like, oh, she likes it then. So she obviously did have a nibble on it. So yeah, who would have thought? But yeah, I just wanted to get them like a little treat, something different, something like reward them, you know what I mean? Like it was only £1 at the end of the day. So I was really good with my spending today. So I got those for the dogs, and then I bought myself a drink. I got a can of Rockstar because it was the only thing that was going to keep me awake, and it was only like 99p. And I got myself a bar of Galaxy chocolate because it was only £1, and I just had like a couple of rows of it this evening. So I'll try and have like a couple of rows every day, just to sort of as my treat, if that makes sense. So I did a lot of walking today. According to my Fitbit, I've burned like 700 and something calories, and then this evening I wasn't even hungry. Like I had a Burger King for lunch, I had a chicken royale meal, but like when I was here and I was faffing around, and it got to like 8 PM, and I'm like, I'm not even that hungry. So my nan gave me this soup that she made, so I just heated that up, and it's in like a really small portion, so I heated that up, and I just had that and a couple of slices of seeded bread that my nan gave me, so I'm getting all the seeds. So yeah, so two slices of butter seeded bread with nan soup, and that was all I needed, and I'm feeling fine. I'm just feeling tired, but like I'm feeling like not hungry or anything. So yeah, so that happened today. I haven't done a lot this evening, to be honest. I haven't done any reading. I mostly was sorting my April TBR because of the Magical Readathon. I was going through my TBR because I was watching it on the Sunday. Yeah, on the Sunday I was filming me reacting to my very first ever TBRs, like my second and third, fourth, fifth. I filmed quite a few. I was determined to find a month where I didn't read the books on my TBR and where I still haven't read the book. So I was determined to find a book that was still on my TBR that's unread. So I managed to find a month, like literally like 6 months later or something like that. But I was like, here's a break, where I found like 5 books, literally 5 books in one video where I hadn't read them still. So I was just like, oh my god, I found 5 books. So I feel accomplished. And now I won't film any more TBR reaction videos until I've read those 5 books, and then I can do more reactions, because I'm trying to read the books that are like oldest on my TBR, if that makes sense. And obviously they are the oldest because they were there back then 5 years ago. So yeah, so I'll be putting those on the next upcoming TBRs as soon as I've knocked down my TBR at the moment, because I've got myself into a bit of a rut where I've got so many books on my TBR and I'm not forwarding them. So this month I'll have to forward my March TBR. So from what I've read in March, what I've unread in March, to move on to April, but not counting rereads. I put all 3 of my rereads back. So there's going to be a lot of books on my April TBR, but I'm not going to be reading anything extra unless it's like a desperate review book. But to be honest, I've got 2 review books on my TBR. I've put 3 books from my currently reading pile onto my TBR that I need to finish. It's my currently reading pile that is the issue as well, because I've started them and I just haven't finished them. So that's what I'm determined to do as well. And also I've been putting forward the March books on there. So I think altogether at the moment I will have 14 books on April's TBR, and that will include my unwrapped book. But I'm not going to be pulling anything out of any jars in the month of April, because I need to get this currently reading pile down, as well as sorting my TBR out, where I can actually finally, once I've read all those books, start a fresh TBR with like 5 books or something like that. So I've got to really get my reading A game on in April and try and just get my head down. So yeah, I am really enjoying this book that I'm currently reading at the moment. As you can see, very close to being halfway through it. So I'm hoping it would be really good within the next 5 days left of March to be able to finish this book and have it be the 3rd book that I finish. My reading this month hasn't been very good at all. I've really suffered, but it's the first month that I've been back after having pneumonia, so I knew it was going to be a struggle, but I've done my best anyway. That's all that I can say. So I'm going to head off now. I was going to edit a video, but I am so exhausted. But I can tell you now, I can tell you how many videos I need to edit. So that does not include my Wicked King video, because that's all on my camera still. I need to take the memory card off. But I'll have the weekly reading vlog that's just gone to edit, Cruel Prince review. Those are the only 2 videos that are on my laptop. On the camera, I have got Wicked King review and a TBR reaction for at least 4 videos, but those can just be edited whenever. They can go up whenever. So that, you know, I'm not worrying too much about. It's just the Cruel Prince review, the Wicked King review, and my weekly vlog from last week. Those are 3 videos, but I've knocked it down quite a lot, all things considered, so I'm not going to worry about editing a video tonight. I'm going to give myself a little break because I am shattered. But I don't start work tomorrow until 2 p.m, so I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's all a-okay. So I'm going to head off now. I am going to get myself, if I can read a chapter, it'd be brilliant. At least I've done some reading then today and I'll feel like I've succeeded. But tomorrow before work, I will attempt to do some reading as well. So I'm going to say goodbye from now, and I will hope to speak to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so it's actually Sunday, so just wanted to quickly vlog for you guys to update you on everything. So I actually haven't vlogged for a few days. The last day that I vlogged for you guys was, I think, Tuesday, so quite a few days away, so I apologise for that. To be honest, not a lot's happened. I have been working. I had Thursday off, which I had to drive my car into Romsey to go in for a recall, because all Peugeot 107s, Citroen C1s and the Toyotas, pretty much the same make, they all had like a binding issue of like the glue. My nan had the issue. My car was lucky enough to not get it, but I still had a recall to send to the garage for them to check it for free and fix it for free if it needed doing, as it was a manufacturing error. So I did that. It was done within a couple of hours. I got to see Ben as well because he met me in Romsey and he drove me back to his for the day, and then he said that he had to go back to sleep because he had a night shift like the next day, so he needed to get into the day sleeping time. And I was just like, that's fine, because I'm not feeling very well. I've been very like hay fever and cold, full of it, and was feeling really rough. So I came back here to my place and I near enough just kind of like chilled. And I think, if I remember, I actually went to bed fairly early, between like 9 and 10, and to be honest, that has been like the time that I've been going to bed lately. So yeah, I've been pretty knackered in that sort of sense. And then I worked Friday 8 till 4, and then I worked today 8 till 4, and I've got tomorrow 8 till 4, and then I'm off Monday. So I'm so glad that I will have a day off soon. I got paid on Friday. I got some back pay, which is quite weird. I'm really unsure why I've got some back pay. That's very bizarre. So I'm going to tread very carefully, just in case they end up like contacting me and saying that that was a mistake or something. So I'll try very carefully, and I won't like overspend, just, you know, just in case that money's not mine. But on Monday I've got an iTalk phone conversation around, I think it's 9 something in the morning, and I also need to, after that call, I need to call the electric company and be like, the bill for winter hasn't been paid. So I know most people would be like, oh, I'll just ignore that because, you know, but then I'm just like, what happens if I get something sent through like, you haven't paid your electric bill, so you're gonna have to end up paying more, sort of thing. So I'd rather get it sorted on the Monday, as I could easily just say, like, look, I've waited the whole month for a payment to come out of my bank and nothing's come out. So yeah, so there is that. And then I will also need to call up my tax and be like, where is the tax refund? Because nothing has arrived. So I have to chase that up because they owe me nearly £200 in tax. That's probably why they're stalling. And I know the phone call or something that I called a couple of weeks ago said that they are behind by like 5 weeks, so they said for me to wait until like the 1st of April anyway, so at least I can ring and say, look, I was given a notification to say to wait the 5 weeks, I've waited, where's my money, bitches? So nothing has arrived, no tax claim or anything. Like, if I go online on my account, it literally says that I do have a tax claim against it, but I just haven't received it. So I'll have to sort that out on the Monday. Reading wise, guys, I'm still reading the same book because I've mostly been knackered and unwell, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Camera. I am now on page... I'm now on page 293. So I'm past the halfway mark, which is good. I filmed my April TBR today, so that's done. I'm gonna try and edit something tonight. Possibly my April TBR. I'll edit to go up tomorrow, and then I can film my March wrap up on the Monday as well. So that's another thing to do on the Monday. So even though it's the day off, it's still busy because it's the day that I get to sort everything out. I managed to hoover my flat today. Gave it a hoover. Did some washing up as well. I bought myself a new jug from a charity shop that I was in today. It was £2 for this glass jug, but it's perfect because I've been meaning to get a jug to put water in it so I can put like a lemon in it, because I love fresh water where you can just put a little lemon in it, so it just has a tiny little zing of lemon, and it's just a way of encouraging me to drink more water because I have a tendency to rush around and not drink enough water. So that's like my issue with that. So tomorrow's the last day of the week. Again, I'm working an 8-4. So yeah, I've just been, I work my 8 hours and then I just get tired in the evening. I still plod along, but I get tired, and sometimes I do think, like, can I work a 12-hour shift like that? And I don't know. And I was talking to my doctor about this on the Friday because I saw the doctor and I got some blood results as well that I also didn't talk about. It's difficult to say, but current health update is that I got tested for 3 more things. 1 was HIV, 2 was Hep B, and the 3rd I think was glandular fever. So HIV and Hep B, I'm all clear, don't have that. I didn't think I had it anyway, I was just like, it seems a bit unlikely. The glandular fever is coming up as like borderline, so my doctor was telling me that like that could mean that I had it before my pneumonia and I'm still going through it now. She was like, that would explain why your glands are still going up. She was like, that could last another like 3 months. And she was like, that could be a possibility as to why you're tired. It could be that it's perked your glands up, like you could have had it for a while and your glands have just been going up and down. Anyway, so I'm just, but she's still referring me to a rheumatologist, I think they're called, to do with the joints. and then they can do further tests and that, but the waiting list for that is so long. But my doctor was really nice actually. She was like, I am happy to do more fit notes for like reduced hours and reduced duties if you're finding that you're really struggling with the tiredness and everything. So I just said, well, I'll see how I go, because if by next, I don't know, I'm just going to see how I go by next, I'm going to say next Thursday, and then I can just like go from there, really, just to see how I do with it all. So yeah, it's all a bit up in the air at the moment, because sometimes I feel like I could push myself, but then I don't want to push myself too much. And just for me, working my 40 hours, I am so happy to do, because, you know, of everything. Like, I don't want to push myself to work like 50 hours, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know whether I could work 2 long days, 2 short days, like, to make up for the 40 hours as well, because 2 a week doesn't seem too bad, even if, like, if it's my weekend on the 2 long days of the weekend and then the 2 short days during the week sort of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know what to do, really. I just got to play every day as it comes and see how I do. Like, it's 10 p.m. now, but I'm knackered. Like, I was falling asleep earlier at 6 p.m. and I kind of had like a 5-10 minute nap. I can't do that at work. I can't risk that at work. So at the moment, I would say that the 8 hours I'm dealing with is fine. So my work's done really well in order to cater for that. And, you know, I've said that I could work from like a 2 to 10 shift, like after 4. It's just that like long days would knacker me out. So I just don't know. So I'm just going to play it by ear, see how I do next week, see how my glands are next week and everything. Just go from there. So the plan for this evening, guys, I just would like to edit another video. I'm thinking my April TBR to process during the night and upload for tomorrow. And then if I'm still awake, which probably isn't going to be likely, just to read. If not, I'm thinking of listening to an audiobook. I haven't done that in a while, and I don't know which audiobook to start, because I do have An Ember in the Ashes, I think, which I need to start reading for April anyway, but I could get a little mini head start. But I need to find an audiobook anyway, because I need to find one I can listen to in the car. So yeah, I just need to find an audiobook that I can listen to from my April TBR that I can listen to, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna head off now. This was a long section, but I just wanted to update you what's happened the past few days, what's going on with me, you know, how work's been with my reading, and like how my general health is, what I've been up to and that sort of thing. And I hope that has cleared the air with everything. I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well anyway as you're watching this, and if you are watching it, I do appreciate you guys watching it, and you guys seem to really enjoy my vlogs and finding out about me behind the camera. Like, I'm not as, you know, as bubbly as I am like in my videos sort of thing. Like, behind the camera, like, I'm more like anxious, I'm like a nervous wreck, I'm literally like a volcano about to erupt. Like, my mental health at the moment is so bad that even talking about it gets me really like teary-eyed. Like, I'm so on edge like all the time. Like, my patience is so thin, and I'm literally on a burnout. But it doesn't help that I am unwell, that I am really hay fevery or whatever cold's going around. Like, it's hard to tell because like my gland's always up, which makes me feel unwell, which makes me feel really tired. And then to top it off, I'm sneezing all over the place. So it's just a really bad season for it all. the clocks change. The clocks change tonight as well, so my phone should automatically change. So if I'm late for work, soz. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go now, so thank you for hearing me out, and I'll speak to you guys hopefully tomorrow to update you on how my Sunday has gone. Hey guys, so I'm very quickly going to end the vlog for the weekly vlog for you guys. So Sunday I worked an 8 till 4. I came home from my shift, didn't really do a lot of reading. I pretty much actually downloaded Final Fantasy VII from the Xbox because it's now available on Xbox One, and I started playing that, and I was playing that for like an hour and a half or something like that, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to actually put this down and stop. And I had a pot noodle for my dinner, and I didn't do anything really after that. I just sort of was playing on some games on my phone. Actually, I've started to play the Walking Dead game, and this game, like one of those choice games where you decide what to do, like your choice or something like that. And then I was playing some Harry Potter of the phone Harry Potter game, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up stupid o'clock, and I went back to bed again, and then I woke up, and then I had a shower, and then I sorted out some bits which you'll find out more in my next vlog. So that's really all that happened. So today's been a very productive day. You'll find out about that in the next vlog. So yeah, just wanted to wrap up this vlog for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know what books that you are currently reading, what books you have purchased recently or received gifted to you, any sort of thing. Let me know what you have been up to, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.